I mean, he's still underpaid. That's just how arbitration and all these contracts for young players work. Like, he's not getting his value. Like, a guy leading the hits for 2 consecutive seasons should get at least 25 plus. Hello, everybody. What's going on? Welcome back to the 450 Dead Center baseball channel here. Chris here with Daniel, like always. Yeah, there's really nobody else. You guys know our names by now. But big news today. I was driving home, and then once I got home, I checked my Twitter on my phone because, you know, no distracted driving. And Bichette, he signed the contract like when we were out getting food. But he signed a contract a couple days ago when we were at Chuck's Roadhouse. You know, love it. Shout out to Logan because he was there with us. I'm sure he's watching this video. Oh, God, I'm going to cough. And then, this is a great intro, by the way. But today, Ben Nicholson-Smith tweeted out that Bichette, I think it's what, $33.2 million for 3 years? That's his contract?
Yeah, so it's, by the way, great intro there. But yeah, Ben Nicholson-Smith tweeted out basically Bichette and the Jays have signed a 3-year deal, which we all knew on Tuesday. Like Chris said, the actual money of it came out. So it says it's about 33.6 with incentives and like some promotion stuff. It has a chance to go up to a 40 for the entire contract. So let's just say Bichette for 40 because I have a feeling he'll hit all his incentives.
What is that, like lead the league in hits again? Because he's
I don't know what it is. They haven't released that from what I've seen. But let's just say Bo for 40 just to exaggerate. 3 years for 40. Let's get your take on it, Chris, and then I'll give mine.
One, I mean, he's still underpaid. That's just how arbitration and all these contracts for young players work. Like, he's not getting his value. Like, a guy leading the hits for 2 consecutive seasons should get at least 25 plus, but that's just not how it works at a player his age. But then again, players his age are probably making like $7 million in arbitration, and now Bo's at like $11 million for like 3 straight years. So he's overpaid in terms of like what others are around his area. But then he's underpaid in terms of market value. So I guess it's sort of like a happy median, but not really that happy.
I mean, I agree with you, 25 million for if you lead the league, that's definitely true. However, you do have to factor in Bo's defense.
That's fair. That's fair.
I think if he didn't have the arbitrations and you had to sign him, I have a feeling he'd sit around the 16, 17, 18 range.
But then you counter in his age, then he's like, oh, he's making more money, right?
Maybe 20 max, but that defense hurts him, especially at shortstop.
Yeah, if he was like a second baseman, he would.
If he was second baseman, different story. Different story. But he is listed as a shortstop. He plays shortstop. I mean, you have to treat it.
He is a shortstop. Let's be real here. Yeah.
So I mean, that's the only thing I would say with it. However, 3 years, 33 million or whatever it is.
Basically 11 a year. Pretty much.
11 million each year. I think it's good. It's nice because it avoids the arbitrations Bo has left. So he's got 3 years left of arbitration, which is nice. So the Jays don't have. Yeah, so the Jays don't have to go through the entire arbitration process again. Because as we know, the relationship between Bo and the Jays, from what has been reported, is apparently a little rocky.
It is, but that's just how a lot of players see arbitration, especially the outlier players like Bo. We see like Kyle Tucker's going through it right now as well, and he's even more frustrated than Bo is. He didn't get the contract extension. He just had to settle with the garbage arbitration numbers that they're giving him, even though he's like one of the top like 30 best players in the league, arguably. So, I mean,
I think also this deal is kind of the Jays' way of saying, or the Jays' way of extending their welcome, extending their gratitude, extending their offer, you know, kind of showing, hey, Bo, like, obviously, there's been the comparison between Bo and Vladdy for years.
100%. They have to. Right. There's always going to be.
They have to. It's kind of unfair because they came up at the same time. They're 2 completely different players, right?
Like, vastly different players.
Vastly different.
Yeah.
But I think it's very clear if the Jays had to re-sign one person right now to that, whatever, $500 million extension, it would be Vladdy, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think it's very, very clear.
No, so it's absolutely clear, and like it's probably I would even do Manoah over Bo as well. So
like I said, it's very obvious Bo isn't the superstar runner. He is a superstar, but he's not the face. I would say. I would say Vladdy is, but he is. Sorry, he. So with that, I feel like there's that little resentment from Bo being like, you know, like I'm the guy too, kind of thing. So that's where I think that resentment from the camps come. However, this offer, I feel like it's kind of a nice way the Jays kind of say, hey, we still care about you. We want to extend you eventually, which Atkins or Shapiro, one of them, did say that their goal is to try to extend Bo and Vlad whenever the time comes.
They have to.
Right?
Like, well, Vladdy for sure. Bo, like, yeah, you can do it. You cannot do it. There's always going to be a shortstop out there because it's such a loaded position. But, I mean, not really anymore as well, because everybody's signing big boy contracts.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think you kind of have to, because I think now a lot of the good shortstops are locked up for like 8 years.
They really are. No, for sure. Like the last 2 years, the shortstop class has been like best like we've ever seen in our lives.
Just go around the league really quick. Tatis locked up.
Yep.
Right. Say what you say. He's a good shortstop. Just from the class this year, Turner
gone.
Correa
locked up.
What's the guy that went to
Bogart? Locked up. Well, Corey
Swanson
Seager locked up last year.
Corey Seager, right? Like that's 6 guys that we just named that are locked up. So
like all the best shortstops in the league, pretty much, excluding like Bo. That's it.
Exactly. And then there's probably a couple here guys there that we're missing for sure. I mean, Wander Franco's even locked up, right? Like he's not hitting it anytime soon.
Wouldn't be surprised if is Gunnar Henderson a shortstop, the guy, the prospect for the Orioles.
I think so. I need to double check now just because you're gonna get me curious. But
my bad. I know they have a prospect shortstop.
I know they have Servideo, but I don't think this is him. Oh yeah, no, he is. Gunnar Henderson's a shortstop.
Okay, so he's a shortstop. Yeah. So
MLB.com.
He'll probably get locked up. Bobby Witt Jr. wouldn't be surprised if the Kansas City Royals slide him a little contract.
And O'Neal Cruz,
who's not locked up, right?
Not locked up. Like those 3, I would say, are the only guys around the league that I can think off the top of my head that I would say you need to lock up right now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Like at the shortstop position that are young. There's obviously older guys, like someone like a Didi Gregorius, but like really, who cares? So yeah,
you're always gonna find those guys. I mean, the best example I could think of for years was Jose Iglesias.
Mm-hmm. Right? Also, Lindor's locked up too.
Yeah, Lindor. That's a good shout too.
Mm-hmm.
How did I forget Lindor?
I know he's like your favorite one.
Yeah, he's like one of my favorite shortstops. But yeah, sorry, I'm off topic. Jose Iglesias was the best guy I could think of who's those veteran guys who come from year to year and be really, really good, sign one year deals and bounce kind of thing.
Yeah.
But there's not many of that anymore.
No, there's not. Like teams want like that cornerstone infielder that can like sort of pretty much carry the team when needed. Yeah. And there's not a lot of them in the league.
Like, they want the captain of the infield. That's what it is. That's exactly. What if you're shortstop, you're the captain of the infield.
Like you're
that's
not
what a lot of teams are looking for.
You're not going anywhere without a shortstop. Like sure, you can have a good defensive shortstop, but like having an offensive shortstop is just so hard to find.
It is. And obviously, like we said, defense is superior at shortstop. That's where Bo's value kind of takes a hit, right?
Yeah.
Now, if he can fix this D and be above average to average, I mean, he's not terrible. He's average, let's say.
Yeah, he's average. It's real. Honestly, like he's good at getting to the ball. He could block a ball.
It's just the throwing.
It's the throwing, which is like that's the easy part. So
if he can get to an above average shortstop defensively and keep his offensive numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Bo, your value is going to jack up like crazy. You're going to get paid for sure.
Bro, even if he's average, I'll take that any day.
Yeah, you're going to get paid somewhere. But also, I think it gives the Jays a little more incentive to sign him because I think that's what it is. I think that's the reason why we haven't seen Bo get signed yet to the big, massive, 9-year, 8-year deal that we're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Is because they don't know what his defense is going to be like.
Exactly, and it's literally a question like after every single error that Bichette makes, somebody's like, "Oh, put him at second base." So yeah. So yeah,
I know there was talk this year. There was a lot of talk apparently of like signing. I think Carlos Correa was the big name that everyone was trying. The name that was in the rumor mill for the Jays.
I was more of a Trey Turner guy. I know
you're a Trey Turner guy, but yeah, like they're all saying like sign Correa and move Bo to second, which is great and all. But I mean,
Bo wouldn't sign a contract with us if he's a second.
I was gonna say I don't think you're extending him at that point.
No, exactly. So this contract, good or bad? Like, what are you thinking? Like, do you think it's just good for both teams? Good for Bo? Good for the Jays? Like, what are you thinking?
I think it's a win. I think it's a win-win for both. I think it on the Jays side, it allows them to not have to experience arbitration, not negotiate like pressure deals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With Bo's camp until he becomes till that last year, it gives them some time to try to extend him. As well, for Bo's camp, it gives Bo the security he needs. I mean, he's not going to get the crazy amount of, like, I think, if he has a bad year, obviously, there's the threat of his arbitration money going down. It gives him a nice kind of baseline. He's guaranteed some money.
Yeah.
But also, it kind of gives him, like, a proof. Yeah, it gives them like a prove me deal. You know what I mean?
I like it as well.
So
and we know
I think it's a good move.
We know a lot of players, they perform very well when they're in the sort of the prove it year or the prove it contract. So I like it for Bo, and he literally saw one of his best friends, Marcus Simeon, do it 1 year, get a prove it deal, 1 year deal done. So who
Still
knows?
overrated as anything, just saying.
Oh yeah.
But I will mention we will probably make a separate video on this, but I will mention some key guys who the Jays should look to extend. Obviously, I'm not going to include Bo because he just got the 3 years extension. But like the big name everyone's thinking is Matt Chapman, right? That's one guy who
I want him so badly. Stay with the team.
Yeah,
I will get him.
Chapman's. I think if
here.
anyone gets signed next to an extension, it's Chapman.
You 100%. Heard it here first. If Matt Chapman signs like anything above 5 years with the Jays, 4 years, no, 5 years plus, yes, I will get a gray Matt Chapman jersey because I need a gray jersey.
Ooh, that's a good shout. Yeah, I mean, I think he's gonna get what's the guy's name on the Mets that signed the deal? Brandon Nimmo type deal, like the 5x120 or whatever it is.
I'll take that. Honestly, I'll just pay the first defense because it's so good.
Yeah, Rogers, make it happen. Let's just say Rogers, make it happen.
Hey, I pay for your internet.
Signed Bo, great job. Yeah, I'm using your internet too. You signed Bo to the extension, great job. Now let's go win this year. Sign Chapman and let's go win.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah. With that being said, guys, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button down below. On the road to 1,000, trying to get there by opening day. So if you guys can help us out, that would mean a lot. Recommend the video to a friend if you guys think they would like it. And Chris, you have any other words to say?
They should extend Kirk. All right, see ya. Bye.